Hi guys, and welcome to this video. I just made a video on savings accounts, the practice of having savings accounts, how to make a savings account, what savings accounts to have, a very extensive video, and it got to the point where I was like, wow, I've got a lot to say and I'm not going to be able to add in how to actually save money. So I made that video and now I'm making this one directly after, and this is how to save money. How do you actually have money to put in your savings accounts? You know, how do you get over that feeling of like you get a paycheck and you're all excited and then you have to take some of it out and give it away. Like that's kind of what it feels like, and that's a way I have practices that I use where I no longer feel that anymore just because of how I allot my money. So let's get started. I have my notebook and there are two ways that I save money. There's technically three, but I'm only going to go into two right now because the third one is a trick that I use in my budgeting system that I will be explaining when I go over my budget. So the number one way is to have an auto deposit. And so there are a couple ways that you can do this, not just two. I'm sure there's more, but there's one where you can have your bank account set up where you automatically draft however much money a month. Maybe it's $10, $20, $50, whatever, into those savings accounts. It's something that you don't look at, you never see it. I never go in for my initial savings deposit per month, however much I'm putting in per month. I never actually do that myself because I realized I didn't like it. I used to do that and I was more likely to say, okay, I'm gonna save $20. This is when back when I didn't make a lot of money, so I was like, I'm gonna put $20 away in my savings. So I'd go into my bank account to move $20 and I'm like, maybe this month I'll give 15, and it's just that doesn't help anybody. You end up kicking yourself. And I was like, I have to I need to trick myself into not seeing this so that I'm not shooting myself in the foot by not putting as much into savings as I know I should. So auto draft, however much money automatically goes into my savings account on the same day every month. I don't look at it, I don't care. It's something that I'm not going to pay attention to because I don't want to. I don't want to see it leaving. It's just not fun. So you can do it through your bank account, or what's awesome, I love this, I love when HR works like this. Your job, and talk to your HR department, when your job does a deposit into your account, you can sometimes have it set up so maybe, if you're going to save 20% of your paycheck, then 80% goes deposited into your checking account and 20% is already deposited into your savings account. This is amazing because when you go in your bank account and you say, oh, I got, again, easy math for me, I get paid $100, or rather, stop it, I got paid $80. You're excited about the $80 because you never saw that $100. You never saw that there was $20 that was taken out and put into your savings account. That is it's a mental game. If your job can do that, that is the number one way that I would do it. I've had jobs in the past where my job didn't do that, so then I set it up through my bank to take it out. But if your job can take out a percentage of your paycheck and automatically put it in your savings account, that is the best way that I can recommend. Because you don't see what that original value was. You only see what was deposited into your checking account, and that's all you really care about. So you're just excited about the $80. You don't really know about the $100 that it actually was. So that's my number one tip. My number two tip is based on my budgeting system. So with the budgeting system I am able to see how much money I can spend a month based on my income minus my expenses and my spending. And so whenever I spend $20, then I can go into my Excel sheet, put in $20, and my money left for the month will go down. I have other systems in place in this Excel sheet, but I want to keep it as direct as possible for this. So very easy. I spend money, I have bills, income minus bills minus spending is equal to how much money that I have left to spend. For me, I love, love, love having money at the end of the month that I can go ahead and put into savings. So when the month ends and I've got a little extra left, that money gets split into my different savings accounts. I do it evenly because I just think that's fair. With however many savings accounts I have, I divide that ending amount and then it goes into those savings accounts, because then my new month is starting and it's gone back up to, the income for that month minus bills. I haven't spent anything yet. I now have it's a start over for that month. So when I first made this budgeting system, I realized that sometimes I would end the month, most of the time I would end the month with some money left over, and I was like, what am I going to do with this money? I don't think that it's a good practice just to blow it. It's kind of silly. And so I put it in my savings, and that way twice a month I'm actually depositing into my savings. I automatically have a certain amount going in at the beginning of the month, and then at the end of the month anything remaining goes into my savings as well. This is a very, very fast way to save, and I highly recommend it. So that is how I would say to save money. The good thing about this practice is it is a practice that I have used no matter how much income I have. So a lot of people, they're like, they'll tell me, well, I just don't make enough money for that. That's where the, not being able to see it factor comes in. So no matter how much you're making, that, whatever your income is, that little amount that you're depositing at the beginning of the month, it's going to depend on that. So it might be just this much, which is totally fine. The more that I made, the larger that amount could be, and that's the good thing. You don't have to be depositing a lot. It could literally be $2. The good thing is you're putting in $2 a month. That's how you save. It will grow, it will grow, it will grow. I've been doing this since I was 14. It's a process that will grow, but you just have to get started. And the biggest thing is don't make it a manual process. Make it an automatic process. Have a certain amount that either gets taken through your bank, or that when your job deposits, they automatically deposit some in your checking, some in your savings. Make it something so that you don't have to do it, because it's just not fun going in and taking money away from yourself. You're technically paying yourself for the future, but in the moment it doesn't feel like that. Okay, so I also wanted to touch on some different saving systems, and I wanted to touch on them because I want you to know that they're out there, but I also want to preface this by saying I don't recommend them. So there are different systems like Mint and like Acorn, I think it's called, little things that based on your spending, deposit a little bit amount. I mean, it's like 50 cents, 75 cents, 26 cents, $1, little bits amount various times of the month, and so it'll just incrementally take some out, and something that you don't notice. I tried it. It doesn't get you anywhere, man. You at the end of the month you maybe deposited like $1.50. It's not something, if you're actually wanting to save money and get to that 3-month goal that we talked about in the last video, those couple cents aren't going to make a huge difference. Now, if you already have oh my gosh, why does my nose itch so much? What the heck? Anyway, if you already have a savings process in place where you're going ahead and putting away $2, $20, $50 away every month at the beginning of the month, then yeah, having that on top of that is something that'll help. Every little bit helps. Or there are some banks that for purchases, it rounds it up to the next dollar and then deposits that into your savings account. These are good processes. It's just not something that I would recommend to do by itself. It makes you feel like you are saving when really you're just putting a couple cents away, and you're going to end up disappointed when you go into your savings account and you don't have a lot because you're not putting a lot away. It made me at least feel like, okay, I have the system in place. Why aren't I saving super fast? Okay, well, because you're putting away like 20 cents a month. It just didn't make any sense. So I want you to know that those programs and those apps or accounts or whatever, they're available, but I wouldn't recommend using them by themselves. Okay, so I feel like I've been talking a mile a minute. Let me know if you have questions. I hope I didn't go too fast. Literally, if you have a question, leave it down below. I want to know everything that you want to know. I love going into finances. I geek out. I will either comment to you or I will make a full video if I feel like it is something that I need to kind of explain more in detail. I hope that this is helpful for somebody. I am going to be, seriously, my nose? I don't know what's going on. I'm going to be making another video based on my budgeting system, and then hopefully I kind of want to make another video with a friend of mine, recording one of our conversations about finances, because we had a conversation over the phone and it was very interesting. We talked a lot of things that I think are very helpful. So with that said, I hope you've enjoyed this video. Any questions that you have, please comment or DM me or whatever you want to do, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye.